Oh, who doesn't love a little Monday night MBL action? Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to MBL Live. This is broadcast 250, what I believe is 8 here on the MBL network. I am OSU, and we've got two fantastic games here on another MBL Live Super Show. On one screen, you'll see the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Miami Dolphins. On another screen, you'll see a battle of the commissioners. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Owner Lip, the co-commissioner of the MBL, with the owner of the Detroit Lions, who will be facing tonight, owned by Bomber, the commish of the MBL. Two fantastic matchups, and I'm so happy you are joining us tonight. Before we get there, of course, we have our MBL Live pregame show. That's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do so much for our MBL network, graphics, overlays, pretty much anything you see across the MBL network. Web3KS.com has been a big part of it. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit them up. Let them know MBL sent you. You get 15% off your entire order. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Again, appreciate each and every one of you hanging out. Got a new setup here on MBL Live, so again, anything sort of goes wrong, goes glitchy, please let me know. I actually can watch the chat now. Got my third screen, which is just nuts. Look at this. Ready? Ready for this? Technology is amazing. Got MBL Live right here on the tablet, connected and all. So again, if anything goes wrong, or sounds wonky, just let me know. I'm watching the chat. Appreciate it. See a lot of people hanging out with us. Master, Gibbs, Double A, Z-Star. Of course, our participation guru reports in the chat. Cringe and Jamie. Appreciate all of you. I saw Jamie with the sub 11 months. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate everybody out there. Bomber's in the chat. You better get out of there when this pregame show is over. Let's get right to it. Let's get to the pregame show and take a look at the players to watch for today's MBL Live Super Show. Starting off with the Chiefs and the Dolphins. This is a very interesting game. These are two teams maybe not being talked about as much as some of the other teams in the NBL, but they are having fantastic seasons. The Miami Dolphins, top defense in the NBL. A lot of that's because of Minkah Fitzpatrick. 27 tackles, 6 deflections, 1 interception. And when I look at stats for defensive players, especially guys like free safeties, the passes deflected is really, really where I think you see the value in a player. Interceptions are great. Turnovers are great. But when you're deflecting a lot of passes, what that means is you're playing the ball accurately. You are finding a way to get involved, whether it's a deep pass, whether you're coming down to make a play, you're affecting the receiver. And Minkah Fitzpatrick is one of the best at doing that. And I think that's a big reason why you see in this game here in this particular iteration of Madden 19, you see that the stat that is looked at for defensive backs is passes deflected, whether they get that trait boost. It's because passes deflected is so big. A key, I think, for the Dolphins tonight is just to do what they are, be who they are, which is a huge defensive team, and they are one of the best in the NBL, and that's, I mean, by one of the best. They're playing top right now. They're allowing so little points, so little yards. So they are going up against a very formidable offense. And let's take a look at who's going to be key for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's Julius Hollins having a phenomenal season. 44 catches, 749 yards, and 9 touchdowns. And Julius Hollins, this passing attack of the Kansas City Chiefs, that is what you're going to be watching today. And that is such a fun matchup. I know we got the Battle of the Commissioners on one screen, but this matchup is huge. A number one defense against one of the top offenses. Can Kansas City move the ball effectively through the air? The key today for Kansas City is third down. This Dolphins team so good at preventing third down conversions. I think the big one for the Kansas City Chiefs, if they are able to be around that 50 to 60% on third down, I like the Chiefs to win this game. But if the Dolphins defense stands strong on third down and can force some punts, look out the other way, because the Dolphins may not have the most impressive offense, but they're built like one of those like traditional like Draco teams. A lot of defense, looking to play in that 17-14, 20-17. They're not looking for big shootouts. On the other hand, this commissioner battle is going to be a matchup of the ages, because this is a matchup that can go to some very high scoring amounts. Let's take a look at the players to watch for the Jaguars and the Lions. First, starting off with the Detroit Lions. All right, I know Jamie's in the chat. It's Jarrad, Jarrad Davis, not Jared Davis. Jarrad Davis is having an unbelievable season at middle linebacker for the Detroit Lions. 39 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 8 interceptions, and that's why Jarrad Davis is what I think one of the most versatile linebackers you see in the NBL. You see specialist linebackers, whether they're great in pass coverage, they're great at getting after the quarterback, but usually not great at both. Jarrad Davis is great at both. He finds a way to get involved in the rushing attack. You'll see him any outside runs with Leonard Fournette for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He moves so well horizontally across the line, waits for his moment, and hits that hole hard. And that's what Jarrad Davis is the key to this game. If Jarrad Davis can make Leonard Fournette uncomfortable, if Jarrad Davis can make Alan Paradise uncomfortable, if Jarrad Davis can be that force, I like the Lions in this game, because defensively, we haven't seen a really a key linebacker in this Lions offense for a long time. You've seen the Lions a lot on NBL Live. Jarrad Davis is the best linebacker I have seen for the Detroit Lions. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, we've talked about this guy a lot. Yannick Ngakoue is just absolutely unbelievable. A 30-plus sack man, and he's just continued doing what he does. 37 tackles, 6 for loss, and 15 sacks. And he also picked up one of those fumbles that's on the ground. And Yannick Ngakoue is the key to this game. You have to get after the quarterback to beat the Detroit Lions, and Ngakoue is going to have a big part of it. If there's a weak spot in this Detroit Lions offense, it is the offensive line. It is not a powerhouse line. It's a line that's actually struggled a little bit this year. They're giving up a lot of sacks. Now, the Lions can recover from that very well, and that's what makes, the Lions so tough. You get them behind the 8 ball, and then you're sitting there in a 2nd and 25 feeling good about yourself. And then all of a sudden they convert that 2nd and 25, and that's how good the Detroit Lions are. So for the Jacksonville Jaguars, their key is going to be just get after the quarterback. You gotta make them uncomfortable. As a lot going on. Set check. We got all right. We're gonna try to do this. I got 3 screens rolling right now. I'm gonna see if I can actually show this. Our NBL Live pick'ems just sent to me. Hey, there you go. Very interesting start to the season. Timbo, Draco, JB, and Shadow all going with Lip split right down the middle. We're Adam Motor, AA, and Fella going with the Detroit Lions. It scores our Bleach Reports pick'ems. As always, on the flip side, Motor, of course, involved in the game. Only one team, and JB also involved in the game. One person going with the Dolphins. That is Draco. Everybody else going the way of the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 what I think are very even matchups, and 2 matchups that they're very hard to pick. Again, folks, get your predictions in chat. I can actually read them throughout the first quarter now, so I'm very excited for that. Let's start off with the Chiefs and the Dolphins. You'll see that on the left screen. I think this is going to be it's Thunder versus Lightning. It is defense versus offense. I like the Kansas City Chiefs in this game but in a very close battle. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I think Kansas City is going to be held in check by the Dolphins defense. I just think there's a little too much firepower on the way of the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs in that one. I'm going to take them 21-17. As Lilfish saying, I think Lions and KC. Z-Star going Lions and Fins. Under Oath saying Lions and Fins. Keep those coming in the chat. On the flip side, the battle of the commissioners. And boy, this is a fun matchup. We got the Jaguars and the Lions. Both these teams, I don't want to say they're playing poorly, but maybe not playing the level of football that we're used to seeing from these two users. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars, a lot of talent defensively. They've got to find a way to put it together. The Lions, usually an offensive powerhouse, maybe not moving the ball as effectively. I think this is going to be a very interesting game. But I give the edge to the Detroit Lions. And for one reason only, that's Jarrad Davis. I think Jarrad Davis is going to create havoc in the middle of that defense. I don't think the Jaguars are going to be able to avoid turnovers like they would like to. Give me the Lions in this one. I think this one is going to be a high-powered attack. I know both these teams haven't put up the points they could, but give me the Lions in this one. I'm going to take them 35-31 in this game. As I'm giving the guys the ready to go. This third screen, it's so nice. I'm loving it. I'm loving everything about it. Let's get right to it. Let's get to the game. Super show tonight. Again, 2 games on one screen. Should be a lot of fun. Coming up next, it's not only a great matchup, it's a battle of the commissioners. On the other side, it's 2 evenly matched teams. Lions and Jaguars, Chiefs and Dolphins. It's all coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
Hey. Oh, man. There's no camera. Wait. There I am. And we are live. NBL Super Show action, and we've got 2 fantastic games for you right now. On the left side, you see the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Miami Dolphins. 2 teams fighting to stay in that playoff hunt. The Chiefs want a division. The Dolphins want to be in the playoffs. On the right side, though, it is a huge matchup between the Lions and the Jaguars. Shout out to a nice lady with the 11 months of subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, folks. NBL Super Show action. I am OSU, your NBL Network Director. I will be your host for the evening, and this is a really fun night of action, too. What I think will be great matchups. If it's your first time tuning in, appreciate you tuning in. By the way, big happy birthday to the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the co-commissioner of the NBL, Lip. It is his birthday, and a very happy birthday to Lip. Entering saying Lip losing on his birthday. It's rough. That's rough how it goes here in the NBL. As you will see tonight, both games on the screen at the same time. We'll also be showing you plenty of these games in depth with single screen action. So don't worry, if you're watching on mobile, you'll get to see plenty of action. As first down for the Jaguars goes nowhere. Play action pass for the Kansas City Chiefs. Rolling out to the right side. Patty Mahomes, he's going to chuck this one out of bounds. Let's go full screen. Watch this key opening drive for the Jags and the Lions. Hey, look at that. 2nd and 11. Now we'll keep you apprised in the other game. You'll see plenty of it. But this is a key opening drive. Losing a yard on first down. Let's see if the Jacksonville offense can recover. A stop on this first drive for the Lions could be huge. Chark coming in motion from the right side. And dropping back to pass on 2nd and 11. Waiting. Great job by that Jags offensive line. Looks over to the left side. Completes it. I believe that was Chark with the catch. And Paradise with a great completion on 2nd down to cut to a 3rd and 4. And that's what Jacksonville's going to be looking to do all day, folks. They are going to be trying to get into those 3rd and manageables. As 20 Master Gizmo 81, so these are actually people versus, yes, 4 users, and it's all live right now. So appreciate you tuning in. If you want to join the NBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Big 3rd and 4 now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Shotgun formation for Paradise. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Dropping back is Paradise on 3rd and 4. Looking, waiting. Looks over to the right side. Diving play on the right side of that defense, and it's going to force a punt from the Jacksonville Jaguars. yards. What a job over there by the Lions defense. It looked open. One man playing two receivers, but he's able to dive across the formation, able to bat that one away, and force a big 3 and out as the Lions will take this up to the 13-yard line. Let's check in on the other game, Kansas City, Miami. As the Kansas City Chiefs putting together a nice drive. They've got a 2nd and 8 now. Shotgun formation for Patty Mahomes. He drops back to pass 4-man rush from the Dolphins. A nice job prying that one out of his receiver's hands. Mahomes 1 of 3 to start this game. This Miami defense already standing tall. That's a tough play to make, folks. Don't get me wrong. Coming across the field, you look for some of those shallow routes, those drag routes in front of the linebackers. Don't let them get into play, but a nice job collapsing on the linebacker and making sure that he doesn't come up with a clean catch as they're going to face a huge 3rd and 8. It is going to be Pat Mahomes in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers over to the left side. Kareem Hunt on his right hip. Looks like the Dolphins showing blitz from the left side of that line. Might be a little cover 0. It's a play action. It's a long play action. Down goes Mahomes, and what a job by the Miami defense dialing up the cover 0 blitz, and it was just perfect timing as it was that play action counter. The play action should have been absolutely pulled out of, but instead they go with the play action, and it ends up killing them as Kansas City puts together a little bit of a drive, but they're going to punt it away to the Miami Dolphins, taking that inside the 20-yard line, down inside the 25 to the 25-yard line. As you see both of these games, currently early defensive stands. The Lions facing a 2nd and 9 on the right side. Double box action. 2 wide receivers. Martavis Bryant on the left. Corey Coleman on the right side. Hall in the backfield with a 2 tight end set. Coleman coming in motion on 2nd down and 9. Dropping back on 2nd and 9. Looking underneath. It is complete to Coleman. And he's going to dive forward. Knows he needs to get the first down. Case Keenum 2 for 2 to start this game. And a bold dive as a deep pass down the left side for the Dolphins. It's complete to the 47-yard line. Allen Rose, our first chance to see him on NBL Live this season. Allen Rose putting a ball on the money to Devontae Parker. Yeah, the first downs are at a premium, Cringe. Or, excuse me, Eric. At Bomber Diamond for first downs. Cringe saying I forgot Allen Rose on my fantasy team. 1st and 10. Looking over to the left side. Completed to Tavon Austin. A lot of speed on this Lions team. Tavon Austin, Corey Coleman, Martavis Bryant. This is a speedy wide receiver core in Detroit. Has been using them effectively. Tavon Austin been pushed into the play due to some injuries on the wide receiver spectrum. But you have seen... he's really stepped up effectively. Look for him to use Tyler Eifert a lot as well. As that pass to Martavis Bryant. He's the number 1 receiver on this team, folks. He is an absolute monster coming across the formation on that Saints flood. Picking up first down for the Detroit Lions. Let's go. We're going to stay double box just for a little bit. Both these teams very similar positions. Pistol formation for Allen Rose. 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Dropping back is Allen Rose. Looks like that's some conservative pass rush, and Rose is going to be flushed out of the pocket. He'll be taken down. Big 3rd down now for the Miami Dolphins. Let's go full screen. It's 3rd and 8. By the way, Detroit looks like they just picked up a first down with Tyler Eifert underneath. They did indeed. Keenum 5 of 5, 45 yards start this game. They're on the 40-yard line. But here's a big 3rd down and 8 for Miami. Their defense stood tall, forced Kansas City into the punt. Can the offense put it together? Allen Rose, maybe one of the more underrated players. He's having a real nice season for the Miami Dolphins.
Welcome to the
They're
network,
at the 50-yard
baby.
line. It's a big shout out to Eric G with the 6 months of subscribing. As Kansas City going to take a timeout as they didn't like what they saw out of the defense as they're going to try to match up. By the way, 1st and 10 in the other game. It's a handoff to Holly up the middle, and he's going to pick up a nice gain to the 32-yard line, picking up 8. 3rd down and 8, though. They need 8. The Dolphins do. It's Allen Rose in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Parker coming in motion on the left side of your screen. Dropping back is Allen Rose. Quick 3-step drop. Waiting, looking. Great defense by the Chiefs. Moving out of the pocket, and he's going to chuck this one away and force into a punt from the 50-yard line. Play a little field position. Let's go to Jacksonville. Jacksonville and Detroit in the Motor City. 2nd and 2. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Handoff to Holly over the right side. Malik Holly trying to get the first down. He'll be taken down just shy of the line to gain. It's going to force him into a 3rd and inches. This is a down and distance that the Lions have struggled with in the past. They've never really had a big rushing attack. It's always been a pass-first team. But with the struggles with a lot of injuries at quarterback, we saw Josh Allen start the season. He went down and eventually got traded. or actually released, as a handoff to Donnell Pumphrey. He's going to get the first down. With all the troubles at quarterback in Detroit, they've actually had to rely on the run game a little more, and with the 1-2 punch of Ali and Donnell Pumphrey, it's actually been a really nice change of pace for the Lions. They've been able to pick up a lot of these third and shorts. They got a first down at the 28-yard line. First down and 10 for the Detroit Lions. Case Keenum in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. Look for Coleman on a post route. It looks like dangerous against this Jacksonville Jaguars team. Dropping back is Keenum. Stepping up is Keenum. Down goes Case Keenum. And who else but the 30-sack man? It is Yannick Ngakoue with his first sack of the day for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is an absolute beast to deal with on the edge. And he's a guy that I don't know if Detroit's going to be able to contain him. Already a sack here in the first quarter, and I think Ngakoue is just an unbelievable talent for a Jacksonville team that has struggled defensively at times. Mostly in the secondary, Ngakoue has been a big reason why the Jags have been able to stay in a lot of these games. Second and long. Shotgun formation for Keenum. Pumphrey going in motion. Looks like they're set up a little screen to Pumphrey. Floats it out there. Ooh, missed tackle, but Pumphrey's going to be taken down by Jalen Ramsey. Not a whole lot on that play. Maybe picking up 4. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12, and let's see if the Jacksonville defense can get off the field. In the other game, just an update, Kansas City and Miami. Kansas City has a 2nd and 7 on the 36-yard line. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Spend a little Monday night with the NBL. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy holiday season to everybody out there. I'm OSU, your NBL Network Director. And we've got another Super Show coming up on Wednesday night. If you've paid attention, you've been around, typically our NBL Live broadcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is what we try for unless there's some scheduling problems. So Wednesday night will be our next one, 9 o'clock Eastern time right here on the NBL Network. 3rd and 12 for the Detroit Lions. Case Keenum under center, and they're going to play very conservative and just hand it off to Holly, who gets blown up immediately, and the Lions are going to be forced into a field goal. And so far, defense is standing strong in this particular game, as the Lions will be forced to kick a 50-yard field goal from just inside the right hash mark. Prater, the kick is up, and it is good. And the Lions take a 3-0 lead. Let's go over to Kansas City, Miami. Eric G saying, got to throw that swing earlier. Tout saying, got to get some points out of this. And they did indeed, as it's 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, that kick returned to the 26-yard line, where the Jacksonville offense will start. Shotgun formation for Pat Mahomes, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right. That is Chris Conley on the right side. Blitz coming, picked up nicely. Quick throw to the flat. A little bit of a wheel route there for it looked like Kareem Hunt. He gets up to the 38-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2. And Kansas City does use their backs out of the backfield very effectively. That one just a straight zone blitz, but when you have that line, you see the lineman dropping back in that purple zone. You can't really see it because my head's there. But there you go. Now you can. When you see that lineman dropping back into the zone, just not quick enough to get out and stop the quick pass to the halfback. Shout out to Colonel Sanders. Join us in the chat. Good to see you. 2nd down and 2. Pat Mahomes under center, I formation, 2 wide receivers out to the left side, 1 tight end on the right side of that formation. It is Kareem Hunt. He's going to take the toss play over the left side. 1 man to beat, and Baker makes the tackle. What a job by Baker getting upfield, getting into the backfield, making sure, because if Hunt gets the edge there, you're in a bad shape as Jerome Baker with the tackle. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4, a key 3rd down opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And that is what, if you're the Miami Dolphins, that's what you got to do. You got to be effective on 3rd down and make Kansas City punt the ball away. 3rd down and 4. Shotgun formation for Mahomes. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Kareem Hunt on his left hip. Dropping back is Mahomes. The Dolphins drop back into their zone. Mahomes rolling out, taking a shot deep down the field. Fitzpatrick in coverage, can't get there. And the Kansas City Chiefs down to the 15-yard line. Just a power step to the right side and an accurate pass downfield. 1-on-1 down there with Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the best, but Fitzpatrick can't make a play on the ball. Sammy Watkins, the speedy wide receiver, he's able to make the catch. His 3rd one of the day, as this one looks like it's about to go to the 2nd quarter. Let's check in with Jacksonville and Detroit. So we'll go double box so you can see what is going on in both games. Jacksonville, they moved on the other side of the 50. Paradise in the shotgun. Look for Kittle, the tight end. He's being used right now. He's been a big part of this offense. Paradise moving, looks over to the left side. Cannot complete it as can't bring in the pass. Tight coverage by the Detroit Lions. Kansas City in the pistol. Let's go full screen. It's a Pistol formation for Pat Mahomes on 1st and 10. Handoff to Kareem Hunt. Cuts it up the middle. It's got a big hole. Spin move back to the inside. Down to the 3-yard line. Give him 12 on 1st down. And what a job by the Chiefs offensive line opening up just an easy lane for Kareem Hunt to run through. He gets down to the 3-yard line. As Jacksonville's going to be facing a 3rd down and 10 after another broken up play by the Detroit defense. 1st and goal, tight formation. Looks like halfback wham. Handoff to Hunt, fights through a tackle. Looks like he gets there, and he does indeed. The first touchdown of this Monday Night NBL Super Show goes to the Kansas City Chiefs with a very methodical drive against a stout Miami Dolphins defense. The Chiefs putting up 6 on the board with Kareem Hunt as they're waiting for this extra point. Waiting, kicking. There you go. It's up. It's good. It's 7-0. Let's go to Jacksonville and Detroit. Big play on that drive. Jacksonville got over midfield. 3 straight incompletions from Paradise. And now Jacksonville's going to have to punt this one away, trying to pin the Detroit Lions deep in the zone. The kick is up, and this is a good one. It's inside the 10-yard line. The blocking good, though, and Agnew's going to try to take this up past the 15, but they'll be stopped immediately at the 15. That's where the Lions will start. Let's go back to double box. As we've got double box action, folks. Again, both these games live, all 4 of these games with users. That's right. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for tuning into the NBL Network. 1st and 10. Quick throw. That's a bad drop. Allen Rose needs help from his wide receivers more than that. It looks like the Lions are setting up for a little PAFK quick. One of the favorite plays for the last couple of seasons. Coleman coming in motion, Huntley in the backfield, 1st and 10. It is a play action. Good coverage by the user getting over to the wheel route, but Martavis Bryant wide open on the crossing route. He'll pick up the 1st down to the 27-yard line. 7 of 7 for 60 yards, Case Keenum. But you see this Lions team, they're not working downfield. They're really working everything underneath as a little toss play for the Miami Dolphins. Balaji able to pick up a couple to the 29-yard line. That's where this Lions team has changed a lot. You don't see that vertical offense. They haven't been able to get the timing down with Case Keenum, with the myriad of quarterbacks they've had starting. Haven't been able to get that as Holly made the bad cut there. That's the real play motion right there. Had a big hole, cut to the inside and gets taken down after a 4-yard gain. 3rd down and 6, big 3rd down for the Miami Dolphins. Allen Rose dropping back on 3rd and 6, waiting, looking, steps up. He's going to get taken down at the 29-yard line. It's a good job by Nannati with the sack. And Miami's going to be forced to punt this one away. 2nd down and 6 for the Lions. Play action pass, and down goes Case Keenum as Hayden coming around the edge. And you're seeing this Jacksonville defense pinning their ears back and putting some pressure on Case Keenum and the Detroit Lions. Let's go full screen for this key 3rd down. Colby join us in the chat. What's going on, Colby? Happy holidays. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Hope you all having a wonderful Monday. 3rd and 14. Shotgun formation for Case Keenum. Bunch formation 3 to the right, 1 to the left side, dropping back on 3rd down and 14. This is Buck Sale. He's going to be wide open, and Keenum overthrows it, and it's picked off. Oh, my. It is picked off, and we're going the other way up past the 40-yard line. Who else but Jalen Ramsey? He makes so many great plays. That one was a gift from Case Keenum. He had the corner route so open, overthrown by 5 yards. We're going the other way. Just an unbelievable. That's sort of what Detroit's been. They haven't had the quarterback to make some of these throws that I know Bomber wants to make. Is they're nearing the 2-minute warning. In the second quarter, 2:38 and counting. Handoff over the left side. Booker, not a whole lot there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9. In the other game, though, the Kansas City Chiefs just put up a big touchdown. They go up 14-0. 1 play and 64 yards, and Patty Mahomes continues to be Patty Mahomes. Deep pass, and it is easy. 14-0. Kansas City on top over a Miami defense that's just been absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure we've got our clips team working on it. We'll probably get a replay of that play in the coming minutes. We've got our clips team working hard. Big shout out to our NBL clips team, Draco and Serp, working hard. I don't know who needed that clip. Boys and girls, you gotta log into Twitch sometime before 9:45. So I'm getting Twitch codes sent left and right. Big 3rd and 7 in Jacksonville and Detroit. 3rd down and 7. 2-minute warning in Detroit. Only a 3-0 game. Both these defenses standing tall. 3rd and 7. It's going to be Paradise in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 to the right side. Look for Chark. He's one of the big wide receivers. They love throwing to him. Speedy wide receiver. This is going to be a quick throw underneath. Cuts it back up field. Almost didn't get to the first down marker. Got a little happy with the triggers, but he'll pick up a first down as that's just an easy underneath pass to DD Westbrook. And that's where the Jacksonville Jaguars, the 28-yard line, looking to put some points on the board before the before the end of the first half. Being able to go in with a lead, that'd be so big against a Lions team that we know is very potent offensively. Jacksonville controlling TOP right now. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Chark coming in motion on 1st and 10. It's a play action pass. Paradise waiting, looking, looks over the middle. Oh, that one almost thrown directly to Gerard Davis. Big shout out to Henry Fire 07 now following here on Twitch. Appreciate the follow, my friend. Happy holidays to you. Big shout out to all of our followers, subscribers, and just people who tune in each and every night here on the MBL Network. We certainly do appreciate it. Second down and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Minute 25 to go in the first half. Empty backfield for Paradise. He's got a 3 wide receiver, 2 tight end set. Drop him back now. Quick pump fake. Looking the little fake screen. Paradise looks to the flat, and boy, that was well covered by Tease Tabor. Don't know what Lip was seeing there, but he had it looked like what was a hard flat in that cover 3 cloud. Probably flipped the other way, and that one certainly could be going the other way if Tease Tabor's able to make that pick. Just got re-signed in Detroit. Both the Lions re-signed 2 big corners. They re-signed Darius Slay to a 1-year, $17 million deal. They re-signed Tease Tabor to a 3-year deal. So they're trying to keep that secondary intact. They're very happy with how their secondary is played. A big third down now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 10. And that's going to be a simple handoff. They're not liking what they're seeing out of their quarterbacks. So they're just going to take their 3 points and try to go in with a tie ball game. 4th down and 10. Let's go full screen to Kansas City and Miami. As Miami looking to answer. By the way, that kick is up, and it is good. 3-3 in Detroit. Rose looks to the flat. Throws it to Mike Gesicki, the former Penn State Nittany Lion. I know Liv would be happy to hear that one. As shout out to Lil Fish. He just resubbed. Appreciate it, my friend. As the Miami Dolphins now facing a 3rd and 4. This is where we find out a lot about the Miami Dolphins. We know how good defensively they are, but the question is, can the offense keep up when they're down in a hole? This is only a 2-score lead, but can the Miami offense respond? Or is this going to be a moment where the defense sort of lets up some points, and that's where they start to falter? Allen Rose deep down the field looking for Hooper. It's caught. 10-5 touchdown. Dolphins. Austin Hooper, the former Atlanta Falcon, comes over to the Miami Dolphins in free agency last season. He makes an impact in this game as he goes 46 yards for the Miami answer. Big play. What a throw from Allen Rose, and what a job by Austin Hooper catching that ball, avoiding the defender, and find a way to cut this to a 1-score lead. Back to double box action here on the NBL Live Super Show. Both these games in the waning minutes of the first half. Detroit and Jacksonville certainly closers there at 59 seconds to go. Nice return by Kansas City on the left side of your screen. Keenum on the right side, rolling, stepping. That was just an ugly drop back, and then he delivered an absolute bomb to Corey Coleman at the 39-yard line. I don't know what Case Keenum was doing there. He ran left, right, spun around, put his left foot in and out, did the hokey pokey, and then delivered a strike to Corey Coleman, the 39-yard line. And just like that, folks, the Detroit Lions are in business at the 39-yard line. Colby saying he had his eyes on Hooper the entire time. Absolutely. And that was a good job. That's good job keeping your eye on that guy who was able to find the end zone. Keenum dropping back on 1st and 10. Waiting, looking, looks over to the right side. He finds Martavis Bryant. He's going to have the first down. The ball's stripped out. Oh, but heads up recovery by the Lions. That was Ali coming back. This Jacksonville Jaguars team do such a great job. They force a lot of fumbles. You'll see them going for the strip ball a lot. They're very aggressive. But right there, Ali with the heads-up play, avoiding disaster for the Lions. They're at the 26-yard line. 1 timeout remaining for the Lions. As it is 1st and 10. They're going to come out wildcat formation. Case Keenum split out wide to the left side. Pumphrey in the slide. He's going to come across in motion to Holly. Here comes Pumphrey. Do they hand it? They do. And the Jacksonville Jaguars were not fooled. Able to bring down Pumphrey in the backfield, losing 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 13. That clock's running under 29 seconds. On the left side, 2nd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. It is a shotgun formation as Pat Mahomes is going to move all the wide receivers over to the right side, creating a bunch formation on the right side. 1 wide receiver still left on the left side. 2nd and 1, it's a handoff to Hunt. Spins back inside. I don't think he's going to get the first down. think it's going to be 3rd and inches. 2nd and 13 for Keenum. Finding Martavis Bryant shy of the first down marker. They're going to use their final timeout. Now we see how aggressive Detroit gets. Got enough time to make a throw to the end zone, but do they want to risk it? Nope, they're just going to kick the field goal. They know how important points are in this game in a very defensive battle. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Detroit's going to take a 6-3 lead, probably going into halftime. Let's go full screen to Kansas City and Miami on this 3rd and inches. And taking the snap, handing off to Hunt, and well, there goes that 3rd and inches. Miami collapsing down hard, inside blitz on the halfback dive. Telegraphed it a little bit. They probably knew on 3rd and inches Kareem Hunt was going to take the ball. And what a job by the Miami defense. That's how good they are. The punt is away. Miami's going to have a little 2-minute drill here. Chance to tie it up before the half. This return past the 10 to the 15. Not to the 20, though, is a nice job on the coverage team. Smith with the tackle. That's where Miami's going to start. We'll stay full screen here. Looks like Jacksonville. We can go double box just for this. As it's a shotgun formation. Looks like they're just going to try to heave one up. Maybe draw a penalty. Yeah, that was lackluster. As a sack for the Lions, and now we'll go back full screen to Kansas City, Miami. Shotgun formation for Allen Rose. Dropping back. Blitz coming from the Chiefs, but great protection on the inside. Wilson breaks the tackle. He's going to get the first down. 1:15 and counting. Appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat. Redemption saying Hunt needs to kick things up a notch. 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. Dropping back is Allen Rose. Rolling out to the right side. Throws it across his body. Fighting Kenny Stills down to the 45-yard line. They've only got 2 timeouts left. They're putting together their drive. And Allen Rose, 7 of 9, 125, and a touchdown in this game. And that's why I think he might be one of the more underrated guys. We don't talk a lot about the Miami offense. We know how good their defense is. But man, the Miami offense with Allen Rose at the helm. Allen Rose is taking a step forward this year for the Dolphins. As it looks like the Lions got the ball to start the second half. They're already up. Looks like they're trying to pick up this first down, and they will. They're down to the 40, their own 40-yard line. Allen Rose on 1st and 10, deep shot over the middle from Mike Gesicki. Makes a man move and makes a man miss. And that is what we've seen from the Miami Dolphins so far. They love using their tight ends, both big physical tight ends, Mike Gesicki and Austin Hooper. Tall, vertical threats. They throw those high passes down the middle, which Allen Rose has been on target with. The Kansas City safety is being very aggressive. They need to play back a little bit, or at least if they're going to go after those big hits, they got to find a way to make them accurately because they've missed on 2, and that's why Miami's down to the 25-yard line. Only 1 timeout remaining. Rose dropping back on 1st and 10. Rush coming. He just gets rid of the ball. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. 22 seconds to go. How big would it be, folks, if Miami is able to get a touchdown here before the half ends after they were down 14-0? Could be absolutely huge. Lofish saying these tight ends, killing it for Miami. Master saying good throw to that big tight end. Hound saying Gesicki is nice. Yeah, he's just that prototypical big tight end. He's in the slot on the right side. Stills and Parker, the 2 wide receivers out there for the Miami Dolphins. As it looks like Allen Rose is going to come down into under center. He's got Ballage in the backfield. It's going to be a toss play to Ballage over the right side. Spins back inside. He'll pick up a couple. That's an interesting play call switch. Very conservative play. As 2nd and 10, Case Keenum just tried to dive for a first down. He gets 9 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1 on the right side. Let's go double box for these 2 big 3rd downs. As on the right side, Detroit facing a 3rd and 1. On your left side, the Dolphins, no timeout, 16 seconds remaining. They're facing a 3rd and 8. If they get sacked or anything, they can't spike the ball because it'll be 4th down. This is a gutsy play from the Miami Dolphins. Allen Rose dropping back on 3rd down and 8. Looking to the right side, one-on-one with Stills, and it's batted away. Tried to take a chance with the big wide receiver, but they will try to kick a field goal and cut this back to a 4-point lead. Garcia going down for the Lions, and they can't complete it on 4th down and 1. They're going to have to punt it away, and this Jacksonville defense standing strong on the first drive of the second half, down 6-3. This game moving very quickly. Both these teams running the ball a lot. And there just hasn't been a whole lot of offense for either of these teams. On the other side, there's been quite a bit of offense in the Kansas City-Miami game. 7 seconds left. It looks like this game should go in 14-10, barring a catastrophe on special teams. Fellas saying field goal contest in Detroit. Draco saying, who saw that coming? Not me. I thought this was going to be, with the way these defenses have had time, it struggled, especially Jacksonville's defense. There'd be a lot of points in this game, but both of them have played well. First and 10 for Paradise and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dropping back on first down. 4-man rush from the Detroit Lions. Lobbing up left side. Has a man wide open. And he's inside the 50 to the 40 to the 30. Can they catch him? Inside the 20 to the 15. Down to the 13. Paradise puts his first big play. Press coverage. Double move. And he put a money ball to the outside. And Chark, that's what he can do. He's their speed demon on the outside. You put him one-on-one in press coverage. You can't forget about it. As Jacksonville inside the red zone. Let's go full screen to Detroit. It is first and 10 for Paradise and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 over to the left side. Dropping back, corner blitz from the Lions. Paradise doesn't recognize it, but he's going to get a face mask here. And that is a big play, which, by the way, the Miami Dolphins. Did I just see that right? Every time we go to a big drive, Miami puts up a touchdown. Or Kansas City. This game has been touchdowns galore. That one opening kickoff to the house. I think. I was watching the other screen. Either way, Miami's up 17-14. Y'all gotta stop scoring when we're full screening the other game. Dropping back, Paradise on first and goal. Waiting, looking. Challenges the user who got caught up on that little slant route from Kittle. Boy, Kittle, what an addition he has been to this Jacksonville offense. He picks up a nice chunk of yards down to the 2-yard line. Going to bring up a second and goal. 7 yards on that play. Draco, I hope you're watching that one. Big shout out to Draco. He's actually doing all the clipping tonight. Sitting down in goal. I formation. 2 tight ends on the left side. 1 wide receiver on the right side. That is Marquise Lee. Mulligan going in motion from the left to the right. It's going to be Leonard Fournette. It's going to be Leonard Fournette walking into the end zone. That one's way too easy. The Jags put the first touchdown in this game. And by the way, we just had an interception in the other game. Miami with the pick. As Raekwon McMillan over the middle, you saw it right there, leaping up and ripping that one away. The first turnover for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins. They were down 14-0 in this game. They've scored 17 straight, and now with great field position at the 27-yard line. Motor, yeah, everybody's cheering for Motor in the chat. So the Lions down 10-6. They're going to start the offense. We're going to say full screen with Kansas City and Miami because every time we look away, a big play happens. It is an I formation. 2 wide receivers. Stills out to the left. Parker out to the right. Ballage in the backfield at the top of the I formation. Allen Rose, play action pass, rolling out, looks over the middle to Mike Gesicki. The tight end's having a big game, and he is down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Allen Rose, 9 of 13, 169 and a touchdown. What a game the young man is having in Miami. Guy who struggled early in his career, but under new ownership, he has been absolutely phenomenal. Now first and 10. For the Miami Dolphins, 3 wide receivers all out to the left side. He's going to drop back to pass. It's a quick screen. The blocking is good. Can Wilson get to the edge? 5 touchdown Dolphins. What a comeback from this Miami Dolphins team. Down 14-0. The offense has turned on the fire hose as they scored 23 unanswered points. And that one all set up by the Raekwon McMillan pick over the middle of the field. These linebackers for the Dolphins, one of the best in the league. The Dolphins and the Colts so good on the interior. The lines with Gerard Davis, but the Dolphins making the big plays defensively as they get their first turnover of the game. The kick is up. It is good. It is 24-14. Miami on top with 24 unanswered. Timbo in the chat saying Motor getting busy in the red zone. Stefan Arkel saying, great call. Absolutely. Gotta love seeing those little bubble screens. It was just the blocking was perfect as Case Keenum gets clobbered as he throws it. And I believe he hit, that was Rick Wagner, the right tackle. Almost got his first catch. Good for Rick. We've been rooting for him. Let's get a big thank you to everybody hanging out with us here on this Monday night Super Show action. Next one coming up Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the MBL Network. If it's your first time hanging out with us, thank you so much. Welcome in. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. These Super Shows typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on the MBL Network. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. 2nd and 10 on the right side of your screen for the Detroit Lions. Case Keenum in the pistol, dropping back on 2nd and 10. Oh, man, look at Corey Coleman. He's just running down the field with nobody around. He's going to take the underneath because the offensive line broke down. Martavis Bryant doing what he can. Juke move, spin move. Marty Bryant making the moves and getting the Lions inside the 40 to 37. But, boy, if he looked on the left side, Corey Coleman had 2 steps and a touchdown. Instead, they're still going to get down to the 37-yard line. I don't know about that. I don't know if Keenum is bad. I think the offensive line is letting them down. On the left side, the Chiefs trying to come back now. They were up 14-0, and Oh, that lead disappeared like a cheeseburger in front of me as they've got a big gain, but it looks like it's going to be a hold and coming back for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yep, Wade Frank with the hold, backing them up to a 1st and 20. Great action here on MBL Live. Again, Super Show action coming up Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Same place, same time, just a different day. Case Keenum dropping back on 2nd and 11 for the Lions, looking underneath, completes to Tyler Eifert. That's what Eifert has done. It's been a lot of just little drags and slants for the tight ends for the Lions, and Eifert has been very effective as a deep pass down the right side, and that one's going to go out of bounds for the Chiefs. They just don't look right. I don't know about you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I just don't think the Kansas City Chiefs look right. The defense for the Dolphins is really, really having a major effect. First and 10 as the Lions just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. I formation on 1st and 10. Handoff to Holly right up the middle. Big hole by this Detroit Lions offensive line, and that's a nice play for Holly. Let's go full screen. I'm scared to go full screen because every time we go full screen, something happens in Kansas City, Miami. But let's go full screen to Detroit. But Anna's saying the Lions are going to settle for 3. Well, after that nice run by Holly, they've now got a 2nd and 1. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 4 Case Keenum. Coleman coming in motion. Looks like this is going to be that wide receiver quick. Coleman trying to get the first down. He will get it, but it wasn't pretty. Able to flip over the defender, picking up the first down. And this is where the Lions need to find a way to put the ball in the end zone. This is where they have struggled historically and this year. Red zone offense for the Lions has been very staccato. It's been a lot of field goals kicked. And with really the absence of a vertical offense, the absence of being able to push the ball down the field, it has been really they've this lack of red zone offense, which hasn't hurt them in the past because they scored so much from outside the 50-yard line. It has really killed the offense, the point production of this offense. Case Keenum rolling out to the left side. He's got some room. He's going to throw it after the line of scrimmage, so they're going to lose the down. It's a nice throw, but you can't do that, my friend. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. Mistakes galore from the Detroit Lions. Gov, I like that we have more full screen action tonight. Yeah, we've been talking about it. We love the double box, but just with the struggles to see it on mobile, we're trying to do a little more of the full screen action. That does mean we're going to miss a little bit in the other games, but we're hoping with some stuff we're doing in post game, you'll be able to see some of the big plays. 2nd and 15 for the Detroit Lions. Pumphrey going in motion. Looks like they're setting up the fake screen. It's a pump fake. Looks up the middle of the field. It's Martavis Bryant. A beautiful high pass from Case Keenum, and it's a touchdown. Boy, Martavis Bryant is such a weapon, and what a job by Case Keenum. I don't even know if he had to throw that high pass, but it worked out, and Detroit's going to reclaim the lead. The kick is up. It's good. 13-10, back to double box action. Appreciate the love. Appreciate everybody with the feedback in the chat. Thank you so much to everybody. As Alan Rose looks over the middle, he has Kenny Stills. He's just going to give himself up. You'd like to see him maybe try to make the man miss, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for Miami down to the 35-yard line. You saw the kickoff return for the Jacksonville Jaguars at the 32. Let's go full screen to Miami and Kansas City as Miami driving, looking to extend their lead. What a job by this Miami offense. Porter and Cam would have boxed out. I assume you're talking about the high pass. Matt Ryan would have thrown that into the 4th row. He would have hit a popcorn vendor. 1st and 10. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. The wide receivers over the left side. It's a toss play to Ballage over the right side. Past the line of scrimmage. He's got the edge. Oh, that juke move was dirty. It was a bad user play, but Ballage making the man miss inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. Little shake and bake action on the edge. Not a whole lot of rushing in this particular game. We haven't seen Miami really break out the rushing attack because Allen Rose has been so good, but right there, Ballage with a little shimmy shake and making the Kansas City defender do a little Michael Jackson. He's up on his toes trying to stay in bounds, trying to make the play, but instead Miami down to the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. It is Dell into the game at halfback, 2 wide receivers. It's going to be Dell taking the carry right up the middle. Hit him in the mouth. Get 3 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Master saying, Motor was great in grit. I expect him to ball in the NBL. There's always a little bit of a learning curve when you get to the NBL. The competition's just a little different. The game's played at a different pace. But you do see, once you get acclimated to it, you see some of the newer users settle in. As Jacksonville's putting together a nice drive. They're down to the 30-yard line. We're here 2nd and 7 in Miami. 3 wide receivers. Looks like a little draw play to Ballard trying to get to the edge, but right there, the Kansas City defense standing strong, bringing down Ballard at the 12-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and long. Let's go double box as both these teams are driving. No, I'm calling you Mastro. I don't give a crap. 2nd and 2. Juke move for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Going to get down to the 14-yard line. I don't know why I turned New York there. The Jaguars with a great play. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins on the left side. Play action pass. Dropping back. Rolling out is Allen Rose. He's got one man over there. He's going to get taken down at the 11-yard line. Allen Rose, not quite the mobile quarterback. 1st and 10. It's a handoff for the Jaguars over to the left side. He's getting near the first down marker. Down to the 7-yard line. That was Booker with the carry. As Miami with the field goal, it is up. It is good. They've extended their lead, 27-14. Let's go full screen to Detroit. Second down and 3 I formation for Paradise. And he's got Lee out to the left side, Shark out to the right side. One tight end on the left side of that formation. On 2nd down, it's a handoff right up the middle. Booker trying to find the edge. You notice not a whole lot of Leonard Fournette. Sort of fallen out of favor in Jacksonville a little bit. Dealt with some injuries, but you're seeing Booker a lot. They like the speed that Booker brings. I'm just surprised you're not seeing Leonard Fournette here on these short yardage situations. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, and a big one for Jacksonville. If they're able to convert this, they might be able to take the lead. If not, it's going to be a tie ball game. This game moving much quicker. Our other game, it's got about a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. This one, with 3:45 in counting in the 4th. Lee coming in motion. I formation for Paradise. On 3rd and 1, it's a handoff, trying to find some room, and it looks like the Detroit defense just made a big stop. Roberts took the carry there, and it is a stop, and who else was in there but Miles Jack? Boy, Jack and Gerard Davis, what a tandem they have at middle linebacker in Detroit. The kick is up. It is good. It's a tie ball game in the Motor City. Don't call me hot, Jim. I will have PTSD flashbacks. Kansas City has put together a really nice drive. They had a deep pass for Patty Mahomes down to Chris Conley, and now a little screen pass over the left side, and that was ugly. That was not as pretty. But Pat Mahomes, 10 of 15, 217, a touchdown. That pick was a big one, though, as it gave Miami great field position at the 29-yard line. They were able to punch it in, and again, Kansas City was up 14-0 early. We wondered if Miami would have the firepower to get back in this game, and Motor looked at me and said, OSU, hold my beer. 2nd and 13 for the Chiefs on the left side of your screen. Pat Mahomes in the shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. He drops back to pass on 2nd down. Looks like they're setting up a screen. He looks up the seam. Ooh, try to get a little sneaky there. They were setting up the screen to the left side. They sent him on looked like a little crossing route, but it was good coverage downfield and man coverage. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 as they near the end of the 3rd quarter. Again, sequence is the end of the game. We have a little post-game thing and tell straight some of the big plays from this game. Big shout out to Draco for clipping these plays. So stick with us. It's our first time trying it. We got the 3rd screen going. As you can see, we're watching it. I got the NBL Network chat rolling right now. So appreciate everybody bearing with us as we try out some new technology here on the NBL Network. As that pass out the back of the end zone, and now Kansas City got a decision to make. 4th quarter, you can now go for it. You're down, but it's a 4th and 13. Does the field goal do you good? Get you to 10 points. Still 2-possession game. Case Keenum on the right side, rolling out to the right. He's got Bryant down the field, crossing route. It's a 1st down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. It does look like Kansas City's going to try to kick that field goal. A lot of time left. They're going to find a way to stop Allen Rose in this high-powered Miami offense. They've played phenomenally today. If you got Allen Rose on your fantasy team, you're feeling pretty happy. I am Mastra. I'm just going to use your full name now. Yeah. I am Mastra _ saying Bomber could put the game away here. Darth Ben saying, now we got to make it 4 games at once. All right, settle down. We don't want my computer set on fire. Pumphrey with a carry. Shakes off a tackle. Down to the 27-yard line, and we have hit the 2-minute warning in Detroit. It's a 2nd and 2. We're going to go full screen there, and I hope Kansas City and Miami settles down and doesn't do anything too big. Rest of us saying 16 games at once. Sure, why not? Why see anything? Just squint really hard. It's a big play in one of the games. Find out where the big play is. It's the world's worst Where's Waldo. I want every single game at once, red zone style. Yeah. 2nd and 2. Look at this 3 tight end set. How often have you seen this in Detroit in the past? 3 tight end set. Looks like they're going to run it. Blitz up the middle. It's blocked right at the end, and Holly is going to get a face mask. They've got the aggressive strip ball on. He's going to get a face mask down to the 11-yard line. They didn't calm down. They scored a touchdown. They didn't calm down at all. They ignored me. As Wilson with the deep catch. Seriously, every time we flip away, Miami is just going ham. That was just a crossing route. He outran the entire defense. Miami's up 33-17. Holly around the edge trying to get there. He'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Doesn't get the first down, but he does stay in bounds. Clock running. Jacksonville trying to keep Detroit out of the end zone. They got to think, when do they want to use those timeouts? A lot of uncharacteristic plays by the Chiefs defense tonight, says Timbo, our BR insider. Absolutely. The defense for the Chiefs has been incredibly undisciplined, especially in the secondary. Bad angles taken towards receivers, and that's why you've seen a lot of deep plays from the Miami Dolphins. If you're an Allen Rose fan, you're having a great day. 2nd and 2, hand up to the fullback up the middle, and Bodden gets... Oh, they're going to call him short, but he gets the first down. Oh, what a huge play. Boy, if you're Jacksonville, you wonder, can we challenge to see if he got into the end zone? They call him short of the line to gain, but enough for the first down, and that kills the Jaguars because the clock is running. They've already used one of their timeouts. A huge decision by the officials as they call him. Look at it, half-yard line, picks up the first down. Clock is running. As, by the way, in our other game, Pat Mahomes just threw a pick to Xavier Howard. And that game, not looking good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down and goal. Wow, what a call. Nope, not a touchdown. And the line's going to run this all the way down, and they're going to call a timeout. Question is, chat, let us know. What do you think? If you're Detroit, they're half a yard out. You got to let them in, right? You got to just let them in and trust your offense to get down the field with 2 timeouts because right now, and if I'm Detroit, I mean, you wonder, do you just take a bunch of knees? You take 2 knees, use their timeout. The third one takes 40 seconds on the clock. You're kicking a field goal with 10 seconds left. But that's not what. Oh, that's exactly what Bomber does. Bomber is pulling the Z-Star. The knees on the 1-yard line. This one not in overtime, but they can take the knees and. I would like Z-Star, who is in the chat right now, to remember the amount of crap that Bomber gave you. I mean, I gave you a lot of crap, but I was playing against you. But remember the amount of crap that Bomber gave you for not being a man and trying to punch it in the end zone. Just remember that. Just remember. Shadow saying that 100% was a touchdown. I'm still confused how it wasn't. It's a good question. I'm waiting for Z-Star to say something. As we might as well go to the boxes. They're just kneeling things here in this game. Miami is now up, by the way, 41-17. What a job by Allen Rose and the Miami offense. Absolutely obliterating this Kansas City team. 3rd and goal. Looks like they're going to try to run it now. This looks like a field goal block, by the way. They do stop Ali. So they're going to get the ball back. They'll have about 7-8 seconds on the clock. Detroit taking the Z-Star way out. Cougs advocating for the ice the kicker. Yeah, I don't know about that. I've heard a lot of people say, yo, I mean, just ice it. I think with a kick that short, I probably, I don't know. You're getting the ball back with 8 seconds. Weird things happen on kickoffs. I'd probably take my chance with that. But a lot of people do go with the opinion, hey, let's save the timeout to ice the kicker. I just think with that short a kick, it's really hard to miss those. It is really hard to miss those. Especially if you put the angle right. Let's go full screen to what could be the game-winning field goal over in Detroit. Draco advocating for the fake field goal. As somebody who has used the fake field goal in the past, it only causes pain. The kick is up. It is good. Detroit up 16-13. Boy, the question in this one, did the refs get it right? Seriously, every time we cut away! Look at this play. Juke move. Down the field. We will have a post-game show. We'll get to show you some of the biggest plays from these games. But every time we cut away. It's killing me. Kick is dove on. He's got some room on the outside. 2 seconds, 1 second. He's going to run out of bounds. It's going to be a block in the back. I don't really know how you get a block in the back on a squib kick. But maybe Jacksonville will do it. 1 second remaining. And it's Hail Mary time. Is there a miracle in Jacksonville? Again, something to know. Pass interference is touchy in this game. And if there's a PI deep down the field, they're only down a field goal. This isn't a touchdown scenario. They're only down a field goal. Seriously. Every time I cut away, Miami and Kansas City is like, how about another 70-yard play? What about that one? 41-17 Miami, by the way, up in that game. We will cut back to the conclusion of that one. Do have a post-game show. I'm going to show you some of the biggest plays from this game, do a little illustration, so make sure you stick around for that one. 1st and 10. Hey, Miami's in the other game. We saw the Miami Miracle against the Patriots as a little screen pass. Roberts trying to wind and weave his way around. He is taken down. The line's going to come out with a 16-13 victory in that game. As we'll stay full screen in this one. Dell with the carry over the left side. 4:17 to go. Boy, again, if you're just joining us, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. The Miami Dolphins were down in this game, 14-0. They've rattled off. They've outscored the Kansas City Chiefs 41-3 since then. It's been an unbelievable, just a show by Allen Rose. This passing attack from the Miami Dolphins has been fantastic, as Case Keenum completes 82.6% of his passes, 236 yards and a touchdown for the Lions in a victory over the Jaguars. 2nd down and 3 for the Dolphins. Handoff to Dell up the middle. Hey, Kansas City has finally decided to play a little defense. The angles have been awful for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, Walton. Oh, a little shake off there. So we're going to test this out, guys. Got a new little program here on our third screen. We'll be doing this after the game as well in post-game. But let's show you, remember that big touchdown catch by Austin Hooper? Let's show you a little look at what they were looking at in this little rewind. So as you can see, this is Kansas City and Miami. It was 14-0. This was the play that got Miami back into this game. Okay, you look 2 wide set, 2 tight ends, and pre-snap, this is what they're looking at, okay? As let's get our pen going here. You do see a double high safety look. Because of this, you're expecting basically one of 2 defenses. There are a lot of roll coverages with cover 3, but you're expecting some sort of cover 2 man or a cover 2 defense deep down the field. You see those 2 high safeties deep down the field. So as we roll this one forward, let's see what Allen Rose was looking at with Austin Hooper. As looking deep down the field, and stop right there. So as you're looking across the field, you know it is some sort of zone defense. And this actually was one of the roll defenses. This rolls into a cover 3. You see 3 deep safeties all playing bailout coverage. You've got an umbrella underneath. But what do you know about that? You know that the seams are typically open. And as we roll this forward, the guy you're looking at right here is Austin Hooper. And as you can see, as he clears this safety has rolled to the right side. This safety playing almost towards the B receiver. And because of that, the middle linebacker is your last line of defense. And with a seam route right up the middle, that's going to be an easy pass for Allen Rose to make. And as we roll this one forward, you can see right up the seam, the safety overplays it, Hooper to the end zone. And that is how the Dolphins really got back into this game, when for a lot of it, it was, can the Miami Dolphins do it? As we've got over here the is that a missed field goal? Did I see that? See that? Looked like a missed field goal to me. Oh, yeah, we can turn off this music. See that? We actually have the sound for the correct game now. There you go. As if you joined us before, you know we have to keep the sound on for one of the games, otherwise my headphones actually turn off, which is just delightful. I love it when that happens. As we'll stick with this game to the conclusion. 41-17, Miami on top in this ball game. So one thing that we talked about keys to the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. One of the things we didn't talk about was the rushing attack for the Chiefs. We saw Kareem Hunt get involved early in the game, but it sort of went away, especially the Dolphins started to put together some points. That surprised me. I know a lot of people want to sit there and go, listen, I'm down, I got to throw the ball. I got to keep throwing it. Don't want to use a lot of clock with the rushing attack. But at the same time, man, Kareem Hunt's such a weapon. You saw him used out of the backfield. You saw him actually have some very effective runs. The Kansas City offensive line played very well, but the minute they had to air it out a lot, Pat Mahomes just didn't look completely right against a defense in Miami that is absolutely phenomenal. 2nd down and 9 for Pat Mahomes. 2 wide receivers, handoff to the fullback. Looks like the Chiefs are just looking to get out of here with everything intact. No injuries to speak of. Hey, don't be insulting my circles. Don't be insulting my circles. DB join us in the chat. What's going on, Brawler? Super late. It's well past your bedtime. But thanks for tuning in, man. Good to see you. 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs. Just trying to run this one out. Let's see if we got any other clips we can look at in post game. Little wide receiver, quick spin move. Oh, he went for the hit stick. That's just rude. Oh, look at the spins. Everyone's going for hit sticks. It's down to the 20-yard line. You wonder, Thomas with the rush. Wonder if Kansas City now goes, hey, listen, you're trying to hurt my guys. You're trying to lay the boom. I'm not going to try to score. It's just funny to watch all those guys lunging with their shoulders. Love it. Again, reminder, folks, we have our next NBL Live Super Show coming up Wednesday evening. Pretty sure Baum will be back on that call. Who do we have in that game? I just saw it. Let me tell you. We have Super Show Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. 2 very interesting matchups. The Cowboys and the Seahawks in one. Cowboys still undefeated. Will the Seahawks hand them their first loss? In the other matchup, Browns versus Redskins. Browns reeling a little bit. Redskins are hot. Can the Redskins keep it going? Can the Browns right the ship? Browns and Cowboys could be a Super Bowl, 2 of the teams that are in the Super Bowl. So don't miss out on that one, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on the MBL Network. Handoff over the left side. Clock's running down. Of course, somebody gets hurt, though, so we got to use a timeout. Post game, we got one more clip. I want to look at one more clip, and that's going to be the big touchdown in Detroit that gave them the 13-10 lead. Look for that one in post game. As this game just mercifully trying to end. Kansas City, they're going to run a little quarterback draw. Bold call, but Chad Kelly comes into the game. It's a big loss for the Chiefs. They lose Amaro, their tight end, an abdominal tear and a late game injury. That's a brutal way to lose somebody. Already predictions coming into the chat. We're supposed to saying 31-30 Skins. Double A saying that sounds like 2 blowouts, to be honest. Well, they're both. You're going to see them both live on the screen at the same time. I just wanted 20 points. That's going to make that one final. 41-20 Miami on top. As you knew the Boo Birds coming. Boy, just an unbelievable performance by the Miami Dolphins. They are certainly the team of the night. Let's take a look at one more play. We got one more. I want to look at that Martavis Bryant play. So let's look at another rewind at one of the other big games from one of the other big plays from tonight. As we look at this 5-wide set from the Jacksonville Jaguars, we're going to roll this forward. And this is one of the telltale checks in this particular play, especially offensively. As Pumphrey comes in motion, you saw this. You saw this, the man follow him, but stop right there. Pumphrey is still way over here, so you wonder maybe that's possibly a zone coverage. Maybe it's a man coverage. You got one-on-one over here with Coleman. That's just a simple slant route that you're going to be watching to see if Coleman can beat it. Let's roll this one forward and see what Bomber was looking at in this play. As you pause it right there, you saw the defender actually stayed right in the line of scrimmage. So that meant it was probably a zone coverage. It wasn't a straight man. They weren't staying on top. As he snaps the ball, this is a quick, easy read. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It looks like a fallback cover, too. And because of that, you've got Martavis Bryant in all sorts of empty space. And that's no good. If you're a defense, the last thing you want to see is Martavis Bryant in empty space. As we roll this one forward, did he need to high pass it? Probably not. you didn't have anybody really in the line of the path. Your biggest fear was this safety coming down and making a play. That's why I didn't like the high pass. But Bryant was able to rise up for that one and make the catch in front of the safety. And that was a big play for the Lions as they were able to come back in that game and win it. Let's appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on this Monday night. Little post-game action. Just a reminder, once again, coming up on Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, another super show. See the Browns and the Cowboys in action. Browns taking on the Redskins, Cowboys taking on the Seahawks. Two great games. Again, right here. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in tonight. We hope you had a wonderful time and a happy Monday. Happy holidays to everybody out here. I am OSU. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to MBL Live. We will see you on Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time for another edition of MBL Live.
I just want to say, hey man, this is T.O., cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL network. Holla.